of about 3 yards, so it'll be 4th and goal to go at the original line at the 6-yard line. The ball squared away right in the middle of the field. Gary Hancock coming into the ball game now. And let's see, we replace Billy Green now. Billy is pretty tired. He's done a lot of running here tonight. 5:55 in the second quarter. As out of the huddle come the Bulldogs. Zofco, the quarterback. He's got Neil flankered out here to the near side. Zofco takes it, fakes a pitch, looks downfield. Cox throws downfield, and it is incomplete. No good. It is no good. It was Ricky Schmidt was the boy who had it, but they said no, he trapped it, and the Flying L's take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line. That, of course, is a judgment play as to whether Ricky trapped it on the ground there or not. 5:42 showing on the scoreboard clock. 18-0 with the Bulldogs leading here in the second quarter of play. So, the Fort Lauderdale Flying L's, who have yet to get good field position tonight, wind up with the ball on their own 6-yard line in the wind to the back. All right, Schlock brings his ball club out this time. He's got the I formation. He's got a flanker way out to the right side. Schlock rolling out to his right side, gets hit, but breaks that tackle, gets to the 5, and is pulled down at the 6-yard line. One of the boys come booming through him, I believe it was Ricky Schmidt from the left side who come booming through, hit Schlock as he rolled, but he broke that tackle and came out to about the line of scrimmage already. Gordon Dillon was the boy who came in and hit him. So there was no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 6-yard line of the Flying L's with 5:15 on the clock here in the first half. All right, I formation flanker right side. Schlock hands it off to the right halfback, and boy, he is going up the center of the line, fights his way up to about the 10-yard line, and is down right at the 10-yard line, stopped by the left side of the Mel-Hi Bulldog line. As we put the glasses on him and see who gets up off the bottom of the pile over there. A whole host of blue jerseys, no number 2 playing to us. On the bottom was Paul Hughes to get up. Gain on the play of about 4 or 6 yards, call it 5 yards, call it 3rd and 5 at the 11. Schlock brings them out. He sends a man into the motion coming here to the near side. Schlock rolling out to his left side now. Looks downfield, throws over the center, complete at the 23. The boy stands there for a second and is hit hard at the 18-yard line, 19-yard line, and he was hit and knocked over the 19. Let's see. We're going to have to come up a little bit. Another 5 yards, 25-yard line, and he is knocked down at the 26-yard line. We mistake the 3 on the field here for the 2. 16-yard pass pattern, so that's the second first down for the Flying L's tonight. All right, Schlock brings his ball club out. He's got flank of the right side. Schlock looks downfield, quick pass over the center, and it is complete at the 35, out to the 40-yard line, and pulled down at the 40-yard line, complete to the tight left end as he went rolling around to Paul Haas. So the Flying L's begin to move now. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line with 4:08 showing on the scoreboard clock. Here in the first half, 18-0 the Bulldogs. As Schlock goes to the air to try to loosen up the Melbourne defense. He splits out the right end. I formation heavy near the side. Schlock rolling out here to the near side. Cocks his arm, gets away from one man, continues to run at the 40, gets up to the 45, and is hit at the 46-yard line and piled down at the 46-yard line. As Schlock trying to find somebody open, couldn't find anybody open. He was well covered. Over there was Ricky Schmidt coming in to help out on the tackle. A gain on the play of about 7 yards. Call it 2nd down 3 at the 46-yard line. The ball has to come out to about the 50. 3:25 showing in the first half. Schlock now splits out the right end, has a flanker far out to the right side. Schlock gives it to the fullback, hits in straight into the center of the line, and he is hit and hit hard by big number 78 for the Mel-Hi Bulldogs and dumped down there. Bernie Lyford with the boy who wrapped his arms around him. That wasn't Bernie, though. It was Gordon Drew. Check that. George Darby with the boy who came in and hit it. Gain on the play of about a half a yard. We'll get it right after a while as soon as we pick up his number down here. All right. Schlock comes out. He's got a flanker heavy right side this time. Schlock hands it off to the fullback, fights his way right into the center of the line, gets up to the midfield stripe, and it might be a first down. Let's see who carried it that time. Bob Coiler. They say he did not make that first down. Gain on the play of about a yard to the 49. It has to come out to the 50. And with 2:31 showing on the scoreboard clock, 18-0. What would you do? I guess I'd pass the ball or try a quick opener. Okay. The right end split out about 2 yards. Quarterback keeper play. He gets that first down. Quarterback block. Keep it. Clock stops with 2:17 showing on the scoreboard clock. First down for the Flying L's. And this is the first time tonight that they've moved into Melbourne territory. And the ball is just inside Melbourne territory right now. The ball right on the 50-yard line with 2:14 showing on the scoreboard clock. Zlock brings his ball club out. Now he's got two flankers to the right side, the right end split out. Zlock rolling in that direction, looked over the center. It's fired, complete at the 40, to the 35, down to the 30 and piled down at the 30-yard line. Completed that time to his flanker back, struck out there, Tom Lobach, to the Melbourne 30-yard line with 2 minutes and 1 second showing on the scoreboard clock. It's down at the 29. Timeout is called by the Fort Lauderdale Flying L's with 2 minutes and 1 second showing on the scoreboard clock. The score, the Bulldogs 18, the Flying L's nothing.
Liggett Rexall Drugs in the Melbourne Shopping Center is Santa headquarters with something for everyone in the family. Listen to these Christmas bargains. Famous nationally advertised watches, values to $75, now on sale for $19.88. The gift for the home, Pole lamps, 3 colors of shades, regularly $5.95, now $3.99. Your choice of cigars for Dad from a large selection in South Brevard. Regular 25-cent writing tablets, now only 11 cents. Gift tie ribbon, regularly 37 cents, only 9 cents. Limit 2, please. Don't forget you save twice with Liggett's low prices plus S&H green stamps. And when you have your prescription filled, you get double green stamps. So make Liggett's Rexall Drugs your Christmas headquarters. Liggett's Rexall Drugs in the Melbourne Shopping Center.
Out of the huddle come the Flying L's. Zlock rolling out to his right side, trying to turn the corner, does at the 30, fights his way up to the 25 and a pull down. Right around the 25 or 26-yard line. Somewhere in that area. As Zlock keeps the ball himself, turns the corner. A minute 53 now on the scoreboard clock. Let's see where they're going to mark it down. Right at the 25-yard line. Right at the 25. So there he goes, puts the ball down. 18-0 Bulldogs. Timeout on the field called by the Flying L's. Now let's see if they're going to take it, for sure. I'm not too sure they're going to take that timeout, so we'll just keep it here. They're still back in their huddle. They just want to stop that clock with a minute 53 showing on the scoreboard clock. They're 30 yards, 25 yards away from pay dirt, and they're trailing by a score of 18-0. I think this has surprised everybody here in the stadium so far here tonight with the Flying L's rated third in the state. 18-0 is the present score. So evidently they are taking that full time out, Al Katz. Let's take a look at some. Well, now they're just breaking out of that huddle, so we're ready to go.
They're flooding the left side again, Bud, with 3 flankers out here on the left side.
All right, Zlock coming out here to the near side. Looks downfield, throws over the center, and it is complete. Wait, it's intercepted by the Bulldogs. It's intercepted and choked off right at the 10-yard line.
Dwight Slager.
Once again, Bulldogs call timeout on the field. With a timeout on the field, a minute 48 seconds showing. The score, the Bulldogs 18, the Flying L's nothing. You'd think old Santa had been to a stag party if he'd hear him tell how many men are asking for gifts from the Varsity Shop. Old Santa knows that the lively crowd, young men from 16 to 60, prefer the Varsity Shop's fine quality clothes. The complete line of handsome sweaters by Catalina, sparkling new styles in Gant, Ciro, and Arrow shirts, Florsheim shoes, and Dexter loafers. Men enjoy that rugged Western look in heavy jackets and outerwear at the Varsity Shop, to be worn with pants and jeans by HIS and Levi. For his dress-up occasions, he wants the impeccable tailoring of sports coats and suits by Botany 500 and College Hall. And of course, there are hundreds of other gifts at the Varsity Shop. So why don't you play Santa for your man? Go to the Varsity Shop in Melbourne's Brevard Mall. Johnny Valentine just took a handoff on a quick opener at the 15-yard line. He's to the 30, he's to the 40, the 45, the 50, the 45, the 40, the 20, the 35, the 30. He is pulled down at the 25-yard line of the Flying L's. Johnny Valentine found a hole open and went galloping down to the 25-yard line of the Flying L's. With a minute 36 showing on the scoreboard clock, Johnny just galloped 60 yards. Zofco at quarterback has a flanker to the right side this time. That's Clark Nell. The handoff this time once again goes to, I believe, Billy Green. As he turns a quick opener, goes into the center of the line over the 20, down to about the 19-yard line of the Flying L's. Just about. We'll call it the 20. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. As the clock continues to turn, a minute and 10 seconds, minute 9 now. Here in the first half, 18-0, Bulldogs. We got a flanker way out here to the right side is Gary Hancock. Zofco rolls out here on a draw play, gives it to the second man into the line, and it works fairly well, not too well, as he gets about 3 and pulled down.
But I note here that the Melbourne Bulldogs unofficially, well, they had two, now they've got one left.
One left, as they call the timeout. The ball went to Billy Green that time. He gained about 3 on the play, 3rd and 2, with 52 seconds showing on the scoreboard clock. The Bulldogs have called a timeout. The score, the Bulldogs 18 and the Flying L's nothing.
You can go now.
You'd think old Santa had been to a stag party if you'd hear him tell how many men are asking for gifts from the Varsity Shop. Old Santa knows that the lively crowd, young men from 16 to 60, prefer the Varsity Shop's fine quality clothes. The complete line of handsome sweaters by Catalina, sparkling new styles in Gant, Ciro, and Arrow shirts, Florsheim shoes, and Dexter loafers. Men enjoy that rugged Western look in heavy jackets and outerwear at the Varsity Shop, to be worn with pants and jeans by HIS and Levi. For his dress-up occasions, he wants the impeccable tailoring of sports coats and suits by Botany 500 and College Hall. And of course, there are hundreds of other gifts at the Varsity Shop. So why don't you play Santa for your man? Go to the Varsity Shop in Melbourne's Brevard Mall. Pitches over the center, complete, bobbled at the 10, down to the 5, down to the 4, and hit at the 4. Complete to the right end. Let's see who it was, as the Bulldogs again call a timeout to stop that clock. It was completed to the right end, Gordon Dillon, and it's 1st and goal to go on a quick little pass over the center. And it'll be 1st and goal to go right at the 5-yard line between the 4 and 5 of the Lauderdale team. All right, the clock is ready to go. 40 seconds now. Zofco brings him out, flanker right side. Zofco checks over the defense. Zofco fakes once, gives it to the second man. Penalty flags go down. The Bulldogs score. Let's see who went in. Billy Green, I believe, who went in to score. But a penalty flag is down. Illegal use of the hands called against the Bulldogs, and it'll bring the ball back. So the Bulldogs are going to be penalized 15 yards as penalty flags go down. The ball will be, penalty will be called back. The touchdown will be called back. Move the ball back to about the 20-yard line, somewhere in that area. Here it comes back. Illegal use of the hands. Brings it back to the 19-yard line of the Flying L's. Called against the Bulldogs, holding, with 32 seconds showing on the scoreboard clock. Gary Hancock goes into the ball game. Clocknail goes out. Gary will be the flanker, one side or the other, with 32 seconds here in the first half. And a timeout is called by the Flying L's to stop the clock. For the timeout on the field, the score: the Bulldogs 18, the Flying L's nothing.
For the very best in barbecue, have you tried Fat Boys of Melbourne or Fat Boys of O'Galley? It's truly barbecue at its very best. Barbecue plates of pork or beef and chicken. Or you can have a combination platter. If you're not hungry for barbecue, then you can have steak or fish or any of the other great eating delights at Fat Boys. Fat Boys, located at 1724 Hibiscus in Melbourne, just a little west of the shopping centers, and Fat Boys of O'Galley at 1180 5th Street. Real pit barbecue. So take Mom and the kids for a treat tonight to Fat Boys of Melbourne or Fat Boys of O'Galley. Barbecue sandwiches and hamburgers at Fat Boys. Boy, they're good.
Back here at Lockhart Stadium, Zofco brings his ball club out with 32 seconds on the scoreboard clock. The ball, 1st and goal to go at the 15. Zofco dropping straight back, looks downfield, throws a little screen pass, and he's got nobody out in front of him. To the 10, down to the 5, and he is hit and pulled down at the 4-yard line. A little flare screen pass out here, and penalty flags are down right at the 10-yard line. And this could hurt the Bulldogs. Zofco could pass out here, complete.
But Billy Green's getting up a little slow. I think he got hit in the midsection a little bit.
Yes, and Billy's been working hard, too.
Yeah, he's up.
Penalty against the Bulldogs. And I think it's going to be a 15-yarder clipping called against the Bulldogs. And it'll be another 15-yard penalty. Move the ball all the way back to the 35-yard line. They're going to turn it down, turn that penalty down, evidently. Al?
No, it's on the 20, but
it's down at the 20.
20, yeah.
All righty. They take the clip from where it was. Now we got her squared away. 19 seconds now. Still 1st and goal to go at the 20. Zofco fakes once, fakes twice, gives it to Nail, running around the far side, gets up to the 20, over the 20, down to the 15-yard line, and piled down at the about 15-yard line as the Bulldogs call timeout to stop the clock with 8 seconds showing on it. So with a timeout on the field called by the Bulldogs, The score, the Bulldogs 18 and the Flying L's nothing.
Liggett Rexall Drugs in the Melbourne Shopping Center is Santa headquarters with something for everyone in the family. Listen to these Christmas bargains. Famous nationally advertised watches, values to $75, now on sale for $19.88. The gift for the home, Pole lamps, 3 colors of shades, regularly $5.95, now $3.99. Your choice of cigars for Dad from a large selection in South Brevard. Regular 25-cent writing tablets, now only 11 cents. Gift tie ribbon, regularly 37 cents, only 9 cents. Limit 2, please. Don't forget you save twice with Liggett's low prices plus S&H green stamps. And when you have your prescription filled, you get double green stamps. So make Liggett's Rexall Drugs your Christmas headquarters. Liggett's Rexall Drugs in the Melbourne Shopping Center.
Back here at Lockhart Stadium, Mickey Zofco brings his ball club out of the huddle. He got a flanker way out to the left side. Zofco takes it rolling out, cocks his arm, throws the long one downfield, and it is complete. Complete and a touchdown. It's complete over to the far side to Gary Hancock in the end zone. Gary caught it as he went down. Number 24 going up on the scoreboard for the Bulldogs. They were denied it twice, so they decided to get it the hard way. Pass pattern, that time 15 yards out to Gary Hancock with about 3 seconds. Yes, Al?
But it was like a field general out there. He directed Gary which way he wanted him to go, and he hit him with a bullet. It was beautiful.
All right, out of the huddle come the Bulldogs. They got a flanker right side this time, trying the extra point. Mickey turns, hands it off to the second man of the line. He dives, and a penalty flag is down. Flag is on the play. He went in, and he did score. 24-0, and let's see what's going to happen here. It's evidently against the Bulldogs. Illegal procedure, I would make a wild guess at, drawing one of the linemen off sides for the Fort Lauderdale. Yes, Al?
But the Bulldogs went 90 yards in 7 plays, starting from their own 10-yard line. Of course, helped out by that beautiful 60-yard run by Johnny Valentine.
5-yard penalty called against the Bulldogs. Illegal procedure, pulling the Fort Lauderdale Flying L's offside. There are 3 seconds showing on the scoreboard clock in the first period, and we're going to try to kick one this time. No. Yes, we are. Gary Hancock is going to try kicking one from about 14 yards out. There's the snap. That's down. It's up, and it is no good. It's short.
The wind blew it back, bud.
Yeah. Mickey just patted Gary Hancock on the head and said that's all right. He got up there, and that the wind hadn't been blowing here, and it is blowing very, very hard, about 20 miles per hour, straight down the field. It had probably been good. So the score remains at 24-0 with 3 seconds showing on the scoreboard clock. And seeing as we talk this far into it, and with 3 seconds to go, we'll just hold it here for a second.
We got some extra horns back here, but I think it was the Bulldogs are really playing outstanding football here. The pass patterns are absolutely beautiful. They're running them, and it surprised me that it took the Fort Lauderdale Flying L's. Well, it took them about 3 or 4 minutes to use that wind to their back. I think now with just about 3 seconds left, they won't have much chance to use that wind to their back, and unless they get a good run back on the kickoff back here. But they started using it with the wind to their back, and they got down to the 10-yard line, and old quick hands Dwight Slager got in there and intercepted the football, and away the Bulldogs went, 90 yards in 7 plays. Bud?
Hancock comes up and does the kicking off. It's a wobbly one, picked off and fumbled at the 40, fumbled at the 30. The Bulldogs dive for it, and who's got it? Time has run out. Let's see, that's the end of the second half of play. That's the end of the second half here. The first half has been, Let's see, now what's going to happen? We got all sorts of people out there. Now what's wrong? Al, did you pick it up? I was about to close it out here.
Yeah, the official isn't, though. Everybody else in the stands is about to close it out, but he's not. Now he is, I think. No.
Well, the clock has already gone back to 12 seconds, so 12 minutes, so that's it. Tim Lockman. He boots the ball, and it's a wobbly one going deep. Bounces at the 20 of the Mel-Hi Bulldogs. Picked up right at the 10, at the 15, to the 20, to the 25. On his feet at the 30. Gets still on his feet at the 33, and is finally pulled down at about the 33-yard line. Chip Dennerhauer with the boy who brought him down. So the Bulldogs take over 1st and 10, and they'll be directly at their own 35-yard. 45-yard kick, a 20-yard return by the Mel-Hi Bulldogs as we're underway here with the third quarter of play. Bulldogs come out. Mickey Zofco at quarterback in a straight tight T formation. Just underway with the third quarter. Mickey checks the defense, hands it off to the second man into the line, and he is hit and piled up right at the line of scrimmage. He might not have gotten a yard on it. Has a big pile up right in the center of the line. Carrying the ball that time, I believe it was Billy Green. Gain on the play of about a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line. Mickey now getting a play in from Coach Byrd Wigham. Over on the side is coming into the ball game right now is Gordon Dillon for the Bulldogs. Mickey brings him out now, flanker to the left side. 2nd and 9 at the 31. Mickey hands it off to the right halfback this time. Green tries to turn the corner, does. Gets up to about the 40 and is pulled down just about the 40-yard line. And he's sliced across on the left side of his own line. In on the play of 4. Call it 3rd and 5 now at about the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs. Just ready for the Bulldogs. Out of the huddle come the Bulldogs. They got a flanker here to the near side. Mickey sets his ball club down. Mickey takes the ball, looks, little jump pass over the left side. Faked it that time to the right side. Mickey Schmidt passed it to the left side over there. Gordon Dillon, and the Bulldogs pick up a first down. Al, that time by Mickey as he looked and jumped towards Schmidt as he came down. He just literally popped it over to Paul Hughes on the far side. First ball flanker here to the near side. Checks over the line now, calling an audible at the line of scrimmage. Mickey takes the ball, down the line he goes, hands it off to the right halfback, a line open at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and is finally pulled down at the 28-yard line, inside. Coming to the near side, got blocking, turns the corner at the 25, at the 20, at the 10, at the 5, at the 4, he goes in and scores. From out here, Mickey Zofco leading the blocking, Billy Green leading the blocking, Billy getting up a little bit slow. Zooming 28 yards for the touchdown, and the Bulldogs put number, we'll have to count it, number 30 on the board now. Mickey now talking things over with his ball club, and it'll be try for the X again here for the Mel-Hi Bulldogs. With 9:53, the clock stopped, of course. Mickey brings his ball club out, checks over the defense. He's got a flanker here to the near side, waiting for the extra point. Mickey sets his ball club down. Mickey gets it, a little bump pass over the center, is complete, and it's good. 31-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. For the time on our line, picks it up at the 8, coming to the 10. He breaks one block at the 10, breaks another one at the 12, and fights his way down to the 13, and he's piled up right at the 13-yard line. So the Lauderdale Flying Owls have got it. Paul Singer, the boy who carried it that time for the Flying L's. And they'll take it 1st and 10 inside their own 10 at about their own 9-yard line. 50-yard kick, a 6-yard return, and that's against a win. The last time the Bulldogs went 65 yards in 5 plays to score. 9 minutes, 39 seconds showing on the scoreboard clock in the third quarter as the Flying L's come out of their huddle. I formation, right end split out about 2 yards. Pitch goes back to the fullback and a double reverse coming here to the near side. Looks downfield, has the boy open, and it is complete at the 30, to the 35, to the 40, is hit and pulled down. And not Flying L's. They are flooding the right side again. Double flanker on the right side. Quarterback goes out, looks over the center, fires, and it is incomplete. Flooding the wide side of the field. Double slot back to the right side. Right end split way out. Once again, Glock goes out, looks down, has to run with the ball, getting trapped, and he gets away from 2 blockers at the 45. Still on his feet at the 45 and is pulled down at the 48-yard line. Fire across the field. Bring him down. Also over on the far side for the Mel-Hi Bulldogs, Paul Hughes. An I formation to the near side. Glock comes out here to the near side, looks downfield, throws a pass, complete at the 45 of the Bulldogs, tripped and pulled out right at the 40. Back him down for the Mel-Hi Bulldogs was big number 40, Larry Chauncey. Brings his ball club out in the I formation, heavy to the right side. The right end split out about 3 yards. Glock gets the ball. Fakes, comes out here to the near side, looks downfield, cocks his arm, throws, complete at the 25 to the 20. Knocked down at the 20-yard line. In there was Dwight Slaggert to knock him down. Right end split, flanker out here to the near side. The handoff goes to the fullback in the center of the line. He gets a hole open at the 15 to the 10. He is at the 10-yard line and piled up at the 10-yard line, just shy of the 10. Ball carrier that time, big number 31, Jim Lowell. And he did not pick up the first down, but it'll be close to it, down around the 11.5-yard line, 10.5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9 is Ellison. Man in the motion coming to the near side. Keeper by Schlock. He gets all the way down to the 5-yard line and is piled up. Right at the showing on the right side. Schlock rolling out now. Bootlegs. It turns the corner at the 5, and he'll go in and score. He does. Listen to the crowd down below. As Schlock on a quarterback keeper play rolls out throws right and goes in from about 5 yards out. With 7:08 showing on the scoreboard clock. The Fort Lauderdale Flying L's put number 6 up on the board. Shark Stadium 31-6. Ready for the kickoff now by the Flying L's. All right. Here we go. 7:08 showing on the scoreboard clock. Boy comes up, meets the ball. It's a good one. Going deep, down, way down. Goes into the end zone and over Billy Green's head, and he lets it roll in and out of the end zone. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Zofco at quarterback brings his ball club out. He's got a flanker here to the near side. Clock nail. Billy Green, Johnny Valentine are your setbacks. Zofco takes it, turns around, fakes once, fakes twice, gives it to the second man on the line, and he is hit and hit hard. Fumble on the play, and the Flying L's recover. Side to Allison, and it was complete at the about 40-yard line. Allison broke one tackle at the 40, fought his way out to the 45, and was hit and knocked down at the 45-yard line. Clock continues to roll. 12 seconds. 11, 10, 9. Al in the background. Count him down. Clinton brings the ball. He's got a man on the near side. Clinton sends a man on the near side. Sends the boy out. Trying to get a running room at the 45, at the 50. At the 45. He is down at the 47, 43-yard line of the Bulldogs. The gun goes off, and guess what? We're number one. We're state champions. How about that? The Melbourne Bulldogs have racked up a 31-12 win here over the Fort Lauderdale Flying L. Now,
but it looks like the officials got an unofficial time. He's pushing everybody off the field. There may be just 1 second. Maybe the clock here, I'm not sure, was official or unofficial tonight.
I'm sure it was official, and I don't know what it was all about.
There was a penalty on the play, probably.
Illegal procedure called against the Bulldogs, so they're going to take... illegal procedure was called against the Bulldogs, and it'll ring it out. Maybe, we're still champs. I don't care what they can't possibly get any more. They can get 18 points, but it'll end there if they get any more. So out of the huddle come the Flying L's. You're ready to go. Clinton's got them. This is the last play. State champs they are now, and they know it. Clinton is taking a long time. Clinton rolling out. Clinton has 3 men down, being chased. 1 man drops out of the way. Clinton still running. Looks down, throws a little flare pass, and it goes incomplete. And the ball game now should be over, and it is, I do believe.
They got Byrd Wigham up on their shoulders over there, Bud.
Byrd in his bright green jersey over there. The Bulldogs are state champs, and I guess we'll be going out here to the old lamplighter and light a few fuses over there.
I mean, there's going to probably be some really wingding over there.
I'll tell you, it sure is. That's it. The state champs rated number 1, proving they're number 1, 31-12, the final score, here from Lockhart Stadium. The game has been brought to you by some wonderful sponsors who have been with us all through the season. The Varsity Shop and the Brevard Mall, the Glover Oil Company, the Leggett Rexall Drug Store and the Melbourne Shopping Center, and by Fat Boys of Melbourne and O'Galley. Now, we'll have the wrap-up of the state champs in just a minute. A little bit excited tonight, I'll tell you that. We were rated number 1 coming into this ball game. Fort Lauderdale said it couldn't be so, that they should be rated number 1. They were 3rd in the state, and they had to prove it. Well, the Bulldogs proved it tonight. And I'll say this, no one has scored over 14 points on the Bulldogs this year. The Fort Lauderdale Flying L's came up with 12, and that's the best they could do. And they did it in 2 minutes. With 7 minutes or some odd seconds in the 3rd quarter, and about 5 minutes. And 10 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Within 2 minutes when the Bulldogs fumbled, they take over and went in twice in there. The goal post on the left end has gone down. Let's bring in one of the boys that has been with us most of the season right now. And Len, if you can lean over my shoulder here. You heard some comments out there about the Mel-Hi Bulldogs. What were they?
Bud, there was real fine compliments. In fact, in the first quarter, when they scored their very first touchdown, one of the remarks, I was standing next to a gentleman, he's talking to me, and he asked me, where are you from? I said, I'm from Melbourne. And he said, well, I surmise that with all the yelling you're doing. He said, I'll say one thing, you have a mighty fine team there, good, clean sportsmanship, and he told me that it looks like the Flying L's would have a very hard time even getting on the scoreboard. And then when I went back out again, Bud, and talked to this gentleman again, when he got the 2 touchdowns and got on the board, he just looked at me and he said, well, he said, fella, he said, that was just pure luck.
It was just pure luck.
Oh,
and you'll have to say this. Yes, Al.
I'm happy, Bud.
Did you make your 500 tonight?
I did. I called down there Thursday night, and I told them to tell you to put on the air that I had my 4 pencils sharpened, and I was going to wrap up 500 yards, and I have, according to my statistics unofficially, 517 yards.
Well, there's a lot to talk about, and it'll be talked about for a long time. A school the size of Melbourne, they lost 1, and it was a heartbreaker. They lost it on the scoreboard, of course. But outside of that, they took over in about the last 2 weeks of the season as number 1. The Jacksonville squad says, they're not number 1. We should be rated number 1. They came down to prove it to Melbourne, and of course they got dumped that time. The Flying L said, the coach even said that their Flying L should be rated the number 1 team in the state. They played a much rougher schedule. The Bulldogs haven't played as rough schedule, and tonight I think the proof is in the pudding. And that's, as they say, that's the way it goes. It's out there on the gridiron. We took 11 charming boys, put them on a gridiron, and they sizzled it real hot, I'll say that. Al, have you got some of those statistics ready? Because if you do, we'll have more of the wrap-up show in just a moment.
Say, good friend, have you ever stopped to think about the difference between a tire specialist and a store where tires are just a small part of their inventory? Glenn's Tire and Recapping Service is a tire specialist where main concern is to sell you the safest tire for your particular car or truck, tires that give you the longest wear at prices competitive to the big chain stores and so-called discount houses. Yes, Glenn's Tire and Recapping Service is complete in every respect, including modern brake, front end, and wheel balancing developments. So why worry and wonder? You take your tire, brakes, and alignment problems to a specialist. Take them to Glenn's. Glenn's Tire and Recapping Service carries a complete line of Dayton thoroughbred passenger and truck tires and premium thorough tread recaps and sizes from 520 by 13 to 1100 by 20 truck tires. So you be sure, you be safe. Deal with a true tire specialist. Deal with Glenn's Tire and Recapping Service at 716 South Dixie U.S. Highway number 1 in Melbourne. Phone 723-0751. Easy terms at Glenn's, and they're also located at 560 West King Street, Cocoa.
For the game, the offensive play is Melbourne Bulldogs 57, Fort Lauderdale Flying L's 45. Total first downs for Melbourne 16, 10 on rushing, 6 on passing. For Fort Lauderdale 11, 4 on rushing, 7 on passing. The Bulldogs attempted 13 passes, completed 6, had 1 intercepted. The Flying L's attempted 15 passes, completed 4, and had 3 intercepted. The Melbourne Bulldogs rushed for a total of 387 yards, and the Fort Lauderdale Flying L's rushed for a total of 152 yards. The passing yardage, 130 for Bulldogs, 114 for Flying L's, 517 for Melbourne total yardage, 266 for Fort Lauderdale total yardage. Bulldogs, as I said, intercepted 3 passes, and the Flying L's intercepted 1. The penalties, there were 65 yards penalized against the Bulldogs and 25 yards penalized against the Fort Lauderdale Flying L's. I've not added up the individual statistics here, but I would surmise from what I can see here that the Billy Green was the leading rusher with, I'd say close to 200 yards in rushing. Other than that, Bud, statistical-wise, there's no more statistics that I can tell you except we're number 1, buddy, and that's it. That's it. The whole thing in one nutshell.
That's for sure. I want to bring somebody in here. What do you think of your team, buddy? They're great. This is Byrd King Jr. Right now, and I'm sure Glenn's Tires aren't going to mind. I tell you what, I'm going to pause for a moment, and then we'll be back, okay?
Yes, a reminder, if you ever stop to think about the difference between a tire specialist and a store where tires are just a small part of their inventory, then it's Glenn's Tire and Recapping Service, a tire specialist, where main concern is to sell you the safest tire for your particular car, truck, and tires that will give you the longest wear at prices competitive to the big chain stores and so-called discount houses. So you drop by and see them. Glenn's Tire and Recapping Service carries a complete line of Dayton thoroughbred passenger and truck tires and premium thoroughbred recaps and sizes from 520 by 13 to 1100 by 20 truck tires. Be sure, be safe. Deal with a true tire specialist. Deal with Glenn's Tire and Recapping Service at 716 South Dixie Highway US 1 in Melbourne or 560 West King Street in Cocoa. Phone 723-0751. Easy terms at Glenn's.
Back here at Lockhart Stadium tonight, it's a beautiful night. And of course, the Bulldogs, what are you going to do, you know? It's one of those things, and with a 31-12 score, let's go over some of the scoring plays. Most of it in the second half was done by the Flying L's. They got 2 real quick ones in the third quarter. They came on a 5-yard run with 7:08 showing on the clock. The Bulldogs took the kickoff and fumbled on about the third play from the scrimmage. They picked it up on the 23-yard lines, and from 5 yards out, Clinton rolled in from 5 yards out, and that was with 5:10 showing on the scoreboard clock. That was her only 12 points that went up on the board. In the for the Bulldogs, like I said, they got one in the third quarter with 9:53 showing on it. It was a Valentine run, 28 yards out, and it was with 9:53 showing on the scoreboard clock. So that's the way the scoring went here tonight. The first quarter, the Bulldogs went on with 10:05 showing in the first quarter. They went on with 7:36 on a Green run on a pass play from Mickey Zofco. Green from 2 yards out with a minute showing in the first quarter, or in the first half. So there's the 5 Bulldogs touchdowns for you. The kick on the last one, or the run on the last one, was good. So that gives us the 31 in place of the 30. Yes, Al?
Well, Hancock scored that one touchdown, Bud, with 3 seconds left in the first half. Pass from Mickey Zofco.
And that was a 15-yarder, like you said, that Mickey just sort of like directed him down into the end zone, right where he wanted him to go. All right, now, before we wrap it up here, I want to thank a few gentlemen that have helped us out. To Al Katz, who has been with us since the Miami game, and this will be your 9th game with us, Al, in stats, and you've done a magnificent job. To Len Dykstra, who has come in with color and helped out so very, very well. To Randy England over here, who has spotted for us throughout all the games here and has done a magnificent job of that. To Vern King Jr., who has been our traveling engineer. He has come out and helped us out so tremendously, got us on the air and off the air, and kept us going in between. And to Richard Fain, Chuck Ford, who have kept the board going for us down. We all want to thank these. I'd also like to thank very, very much Dr. B. Frank Brown of the Melbourne High School, who through his cooperation this year has made the Bulldogs a success and made our broadcast a success from the Bulldog field, and has helped out in each and every way he could, along with Mr. Coates, Mr. Cook, and all the fine staff there at Mel-Hi. It took them all to get us on the air and to keep us going through all the 5 games and to help us out when we're away too, as much as they could possibly do it. So that's the latest we have here. The final score again, the Melbourne Bulldogs 31, rated 1, still number 1 in state champs tonight as they go to their locker room. The wrap-up show has been brought to you by Glenn's Tires on South US 1. This is Bud Lucas speaking from Lockhart